Hello, everyone. Welcome back. NeonMoon episode 3, man.
Hell yeah.
Done it. We've done it again. I had to skip a week, but now that the Hell Tour is over, the 3 weeks of racing in a row.
I forgot it has been like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was tough, man. But now that that's over, we got a week off. I'm going on vacation tomorrow, but here we are back in the studios, man.
Mm-hmm.
How's your last couple weeks been?
Been good. It's been busy for me too.
Yeah.
Honestly, it doesn't feel like 2 weeks.
I know.
I went back to Rome.
Yeah, how was Rome?
I went to Rome Speedway, dude. It was awesome.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Damn, let's hear a little bit about that. That was a while ago.
I got hammered, and we had trackside parking too, and like nothing goes together like trackside parking and absurd alcohol consumption. And so we're standing there, and I was actually watching the 30K on a laptop and shit too. So it was a lot of fun. They damn compact. They had the big compact series there, so they had like the track bang bangers, and then they had the compacts. You know, which both are really bang bangers, but one's like they were racing for $5,000 in the touring series. So like, and then in the B main, they flipped one like 12 times. It looked like Ryan Preece at Daytona this weekend. Just barrel rolled him down the front straightaway into turn one.
Golly.
Yeah, he's all right.
Well, that's good to hear.
I mean,
I didn't see that video. It was pretty bad. I asked you if you had seen it, and what did you tell me you was doing?
I was in the Porta-John, so I heard the big "ooh," like you know, like oh shit, and I'm peeking through the vents in there, like while I'm peeing, and I can see a commotion down in turn one. I'm like, damn, they wrecked like hell.
Did you about run out with the hog out?
No, but it was one of those where there was probably a toilet paper roll in the wind when the door swung open, and I came
door
down there.
slammed shut.
Yeah, and they were like, "You missed it. That some bitch flipped." Like, you know, you hear the tall tales,
and
people,
you think
40 times.
Yeah, wildly inaccurate.
And but then I watched it, and I was like, God damn, like,
yeah, no doubt.
Boy, he flipped.
When I seen that, my first thought was, I think Moonhead's there. And I immediately texted you when I seen it. Like,
Rome's a badass joint, man.
Yeah, it looks fun. Looks like a fun
So walking in, I forgot about this. I went a few weeks ago, and I took a cooler with alcohol in, no problem. And I sat over in the turn 4 grandstands. Well, I'm going in this time, and I didn't know the rule about the grandstands. Supposedly, it's like front stretch grandstands, no alcohol. Where I was last time's good. I had a thing full of Twisted Teas, and I walk in, and I hand him my ticket, and as I'm walking away, he goes, "Hey, man, what's in that cooler?" And I'm thinking, if I tell him Twisted Teas, and they're not allowed in any of the grandstands, I got to go back out and pay for trackside parking. I got to think what I held it up and I looked, and because I was drunk walking into the place, and I did not drive there, by the way. I had a ride there, but I don't want people thinking I got sloppy drunk and drove to the dirt track.
Yeah,
I got sloppy drunk and rode to the dirt track.
Yeah. Big difference.
I hold the thing up and I look at it and I go, T. And the guy said, "All right, you're good to go." And I'm like, damn hell, so that worked. But I got to thinking, like, how funny would it be if I panicked and was like, just said something completely illegal, but that wasn't alcohol, like crack cocaine. Oh, you know, like just freaked out.
Yeah, that would have been funny.
Yeah.
So your experience at the Rome Speedway was pretty cool.
Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome.
How was the versus a mid-level asphalt track? Let's say versus Wake County. How are those facilities at the Rome Speedway?
Man, I don't. They only have portable bathrooms. So that's a big difference.
Yeah.
But I mean, overall, for a dirt track, like,
Looks pretty good.
You know, a dirt track's harder, I feel like, to keep looking nice. That's why Eldora's so impressive to me, how nice they keep that place looking. But I'd say it's pretty close. The lighting's not as good. The PA system's not as good. Wake County, man, it surprised me. To be lit up by floodlights, those are the brightest damn floodlights I've ever seen in my life. And their PA system's really good. You can almost hear the commentators while the cars are going around.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's
pretty really neat. That's an unspoken thing. I feel like we're getting close to having the technology to be able to hear better, like it. But it's also like, Hickory don't really have a very good PA system.
No.
But some tracks do. Wake County's was pretty good.
Yeah.
I felt like
that's what I'm saying. Wake County, you could hear it
Wake
over
County
the cars.
Was good. Yeah. Yeah, that's an unsung thing in the short track racing world. I wrote this down the other day because I wanted to talk about it, and I'm not sure where my mind was at the time, but you have any greatest sayings of all time that come to mind?
Oh, man, yeah.
I mean, there's a few that definitely can't be said on a podcast, I feel like. But most importantly, you know.
When something stunk, my dad, when I was younger, he used to say it'd knock a buzzard off a gut wagon. That always made me laugh.
When it's raining so hard, it's a damn turd floater.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Turd floater, frog strangler. A gully washer gets me.
Here comes a gully washer.
Yeah.
You know, something like that.
What do you say about WD-40?
It could stand a squirt.
Yeah.
It could stand a squirt of WD-40.
Oh, man.
Yeah, a lot of good sayings out there. I feel like me and you are very... we're people that love sayings.
And I can't do them on the spot. That's the only thing.
I'm not very good at it. That's where I'm not sure where my mind was. I probably wanted to Google it or something, kind of like I did on the last episode. But this other thing is nagging at me that I see that I want to talk about even more. You have a Wikipedia situation going on.
Oh, dude. Yes. I need to quit talking with my hands because I'm punching my.
Last week I was punching the Cobra out at the podcast table.
So I had a Wikipedia page made. I didn't I was not involved because in reality, do I deserve a Wikipedia? Absolutely not. I am not to that level. But somebody got bored and they made me a Wikipedia page, and I saw it. And I'm not going to tell them to delete it. You know what I mean? That's cool. And it had me listed on the notable Rome, Georgia people. So I'm like, this is sweet. I'm going to get so much puss. And then a week later, or 2 weeks later, I believe it was, I get a tweet sent to me. And it just said, the picture wasn't loading. And it said, at It's Moonhead, you're getting cooked. And I'm like, oh, God. It's either a 50-year-old and YouTube comments or some communist on Twitter. Those are usually the two that come after me. And then it loads and it's the Wikipedia deletion discussion.
Oh, no.
Oh, dude. This guy went in on me. Just absolutely went in on me about how I'm irrelevant. Everything he said was true, but I could smell him through the screen. Mm-hmm. And I got to the bottom of it, and I was like, yeah, he's right. So now if you go to my Wikipedia, and I don't know if it'll still be up when these people listen, I actually like this. They had me listed as a driver at first, and I didn't like that because I'm more known for stream. I've only fucking run a handful of times. So yes, I get that. But now it lists me as a streamer, but in big red letters at the top it says this article is being considered for deletion. Oh. I'm like, damn, man. So honestly, I just hope it gets deleted because I look like a jackass now because it looks like, oh man, who the hell is this guy with his Wikipedia?
Yeah, well,
I never wanted a Wikipedia.
I think at one point I didn't really know you could edit Wikipedia pages.
Well,
I think at one point I edited my grandpa's and tried to fix some stuff that they had messed up, or I added, I don't know. I probably added some very poor grammatically sentences that I made when I was 13.
Yeah.
And I don't think it ever stuck. I think I probably mentioned my own name in it at some point, if I'm not mistaken. I probably put, grandfather of famous go-kart racer, next cup driver.
Yeah.
That's probably what I put in there. Speaking of the internet and ads, when you buy something and you say, I got it for a hell of a deal, you just bought something that you probably shouldn't have bought.
Yeah, it's a hunk of shit every time.
It's either a hunk of shit or it's unbelievably overpriced that you failed to sell that,
and you can't justify. You realized on the ride home you paid too much, and you're really gonna have to sell this one to the folks at home.
Right?
I do it. I've bought things before, realized I'm a jackass for buying it, and then gave the whole pitch. Well, I mean, I couldn't afford not to at this price. I got it for a hell of a deal.
I know. I mean, I basically pretty much anything I've spent any money in my whole life. That's pretty much what I've said.
I've paid full price. And then some and tell them I got a hell of a deal.
Yeah. I don't know why I do that. But it's a true thing.
It's almost, it's like the cars. Well, it's not like the cars in the price sense, but the hunk of shit sense. Anytime somebody buys a car that they know is a hunk of shit, if you want to know if somebody thinks that the vehicle they just bought is a hunk of shit, just listen for them to say it'll get you from point A to point B.
Yeah. We talked about that on the last one.
Did we?
Yeah. I'm telling you. I think so. But
my brain's going, man.
From A to B, yeah. But that's what got me to this one was I got it for a hell of a deal.
Oh well,
that was kind of in the part of the sayings thing.
It's been a long week.
We've talked a lot already about well, a lot about your last week or two. But what we didn't talk about yet is you went to Martinsville and watched Miata's race. That's a weird thing.
Dude, so weird. Like, I never would have thought when we started doing Miatas at Martinsville and iRacing. And, like, I'm first of all, I'm not here saying we were the first to do it. I don't know who the first people to do it were.
But on a big scale, you know.
Yeah, we were the first to do it and, like, make a spectacle out of it for sure. If you'd have told me when we did that the first time, so every year we do a 24-hour Martinsville Miata race for NeonMoon, and I stream the whole thing. I'm up 24 plus hours. And if you'd have told me the first year when we threw that unorganized event together in 2 weeks and, you know, just really it was just me and my buddies doing it, that 2 or 3 years later I'd be standing in turn 3 at Martinsville and watching Dale Jr. and Bobby Labonte sailing Miatas off into the corner. I wouldn't have believed it. It was insane. And it was so, like, it was just like it was on the game. Like, it was so, it's going to be such a cool thing when they do it, man. Like, I'm so excited for it.
Yeah. Well, that's a real neat deal, man. It's exciting to see that come to life.
Yeah.
It really is. It's neat to, are you still going to do, I guess, the 24?
Oh,
when
yeah.
is that?
It's in November.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some cool stuff there.
Yeah, Mooncar, I don't know. It's created some.
This
cool
year I'm
stuff.
gonna have to. I'll hop on with the broadcast and go through some angry hours with you.
Yeah. So I've been thinking since I live up here now, I'm gonna try to like get people to come to my house at like certain times and.
Yeah, maybe if you have a drill or something by then.
That's
I'll drill. And
I want to like throw like a party and just be like, hey,
that'd be awesome.
Come over, 24-hour party at my place.
Yeah.
I don't know. That may be a bad idea.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, what could go wrong? It'd be like Project X by the end of it, live on Twitch. But yeah, dude, Mooncar. By the way, I don't like talking about it too much on this podcast, but
let's go ahead.
We had the biggest shit show in league history last night.
Yeah,
quite possibly. Maybe not the biggest shit show in league, but at least the biggest shit show in 2 years.
Yeah, a lot of people got suspended or on probation.
We had like 7 drivers on probation. And like, here's the thing with Mooncar, man. Mooncar, like, obviously people aren't there to just see people ride around.
Right.
Yeah, watching Mooncar to see what, like, a sporting code. I'll figure out how I want to say this. Watching Mooncar to see, like, textbook racecraft is like watching porn for the plot. Like, you're not gonna do it. Like, not once have I had a dude coming up to me talking about porn and go, I didn't even care about her asshole. You know, like, you don't fucking, that doesn't happen. And that's how Mooncar is. We had a race last night that really took it too far. It sounds like I'm about to get into a deep apology. I'm not. But it just, the first little bit was pretty good, and then it just got to the point where, like, people they were wrecking on restarts before even turn one. We put a car over the wall on the front straightaway, and it just sat there the rest of the race.
Wow.
Yeah. There was this 33
Where was
car.
the race at?
Indianapolis in the Gen 4 Cup cars.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tough place. Tough place to race those cars, I'm sure.
Apparently. Apparently.
A rough race for the Mooncar.
Oh, dude, it was ridiculous. I mean, we had David Schildhaus snapped, and it takes a lot to get David to snap.
Yeah.
You know, David snapped, and he did the league a service. He wrecked a guy under caution and took him out because the guy, he had hit everything but the pagoda and was still going to be up there at the front, and David took care of business for us. And that guy got a lot of ass reamings, but probably deserved a few more.
Speaking of ass reamings, how do you feel about public pooping?
I have a theory.
Let's hear it.
I stop if I'm on the road and I feel one brewing.
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be brewing, or what? What are we talking about?
Like, if it's coming. Like, I know I'm on poop.
Yeah. My
immediate reaction is to get off an exit and find some businesses and think about where are people least likely to poop. And you start looking at these places, but then
you just walk in an 18-hour block and shit in their toilet.
Hang on, man. I'm telling you, hear me out here. But you have to. So I think of it that there's 2 scales. There's the how likely are people to poop there. If you go too far to this side, that's where you get into the emergency shit territory.
Yeah,
you might go in there and see something you didn't want to see. If you go to where everybody shit, like a sheets, everybody shits the sheets.
Yeah.
And they do a pretty good job with their facilities, but
I'd say I'm a sheet shitter.
Yeah, but it's not up to par. An Office Depot, nobody stays in an Office Depot more than 5 minutes. The chances are you're not going to get the shits in those 5 minutes you're in the Office Depot.
True.
Office Depot. If there's an Office Depot, I'll poop there. If there's like a food line or something like that, it's deep. And I've spent a lot of time on the road.
Yeah.
And every once in a while it'll backfire. The big moral dilemma for me is when I walk out of a place, do I buy something?
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean.
What do you do? Just spend a couple minutes looking at GoPros at Best Buy and then just below their shitter up?
You go walk into an Ace Hardware and you just hot-footed into the store back there. You go in there, you take you a big steamy shit, then you come out sweating and stuff. They're gonna think I just did heroin in there or something. You know what I mean?
Well,
so I leave. But I always feel like they're watching me. Like that guy either has something in his pocket.
That's kind of like going to a gas station and walking out with nothing.
Exactly.
It's the same way.
I have to like buy at least a water or something.
You don't have to.
Yeah, but I feel like it takes a lot of heat off of me.
Yeah, you can browse the store. Just take 2 minutes looking at some shit.
I've done some things I'm not proud of when I have to poop, but being accused of theft.
Have you ever hit a? We shouldn't get too much into that. That's pretty gross. But yeah, no, I've been inside of some bad ones.
Have ever hit a what?
I was gonna say, have you ever hit a gas station where you had to hover? It was so bad, but you had to go
I
so
won't
bad.
Do it. No,
I had to hover one time.
Really?
But that's all I could do. It was either that or in the back of the van. There was no in between.
Like I said on the road, man, I've seen some things.
I'm sure, but I do like the theory of stopping at Office Depot for a quick steamer.
That's tried and true too. I did that on the way to a shooting.
You ever taken a shower out of sheets or anything?
No, I never have.
Okay.
Never have.
That's something I'm interested in one day.
I've heard it's not bad. I've heard they do a good job cleaning them, and you get like your own room.
Just the thought of some other man in there beating his meat, though, just bothers me, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, it would bother me if he was in there while I was in there.
No, I'm talking about what's happened. It's truck drivers. They're lonely fellas,
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Not always.
Depends on how much cash they roll with.
That's true. Should we hop into reactions to some videos? Let's do that. Let's hop into some reactions. Okay, sir. Video 1 I have for you here.
All right, let's see it.
Just
the thumbnail, sir.
This is what we're working with. They can hear it this time.
Okay. Oh, we got some road rage.
Yeah. Crazy sequence of it.
Oh, man, that door flew open. Oh, shit.
They killed him on that day. Fuck you.
Fuck you! Oh, fuck, he stepped in.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, he hit her.
A little slap box.
Oh, he said, come on.
Wait, just wait.
Dude. Who the fuck? No one knows who the fuck
she is.
Something on our car.
Oh, shit.
She threw something on our car. They killed all my kids. Call her. The other two are 25 feet from that shop.
They
I
killed
found 8 kids right there.
Oh.
8 children.
Who the hell's he?
Baseball player that wants to fight.
What the hell? What? He's got a bat in his hand, too.
Yeah, he wasn't messing around. Yeah, so that was video number 1.
Wait, can we? No, I don't even want to watch that again. The mystery is actually.
Yeah.
Where did he come from?
He heard the commotion and seen him put a hand on her.
Oh.
And he was told him that he's going to beat his ass.
Really?
Yeah, which is fair.
Yeah.
Good baseball guy.
Yeah.
Not surprising. I think this one's really funny. I just don't remember what it is.
Have you guys ever been smoking a cigarette and flick the butt out the window? Going down the freeway? Like 4 or 5 minutes later, you smell something disgusting coming from the back, so you look. Grandma's back there fingering herself. Have you ever been smoking a cigarette and flick the butt out the window?
Oh, my God.
That's a good one. This is a great one. This is probably my favorite one, and it could be the intro to our podcast. Have you seen this? Does this look familiar? Okay.
Oh my God. Are they okay?
You got a cigarette and a goddamn lighter?
Are they okay?
Is that her place?
You got a cigarette and a goddamn lighter?
Oh my God.
I don't know whose place it is.
Oh
dude,
my
whatever it is,
God.
she took it to heart.
Jeez, man. That's wrong. This one I saw because we both sent it to each other.
Oh, my leg. Stop moving it. I'm recording it.
No.
Be still. What the fuck the light on for?
Dude, did you ever have a moment as a kid where you got hurt in front of people and you had to hold back tears?
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
I did a couple of times throughout my life. One time I remember I ate shit on a skateboard in front of some folks before. I was playing basketball under the lights one night, kind of under the lights. Like we had some janky ass like DeWalt lights up, and we were outside, my house. And my dad had a trailer sitting out there with like a lawnmower trailer with the gate down.
Oh.
And I didn't see it, and I was like full steam running, like looking back for the ball, dude, and just hit the gate. And my knee, it cut my knee open bad. I didn't have to get stitches somehow. I probably should have. But
yeah. The worst one for me, it wasn't even
like
painful.
2 or 3, but God, it gashed the shit out of it.
I freaked the hell out when I was real young. I don't remember how old I was, but I was young enough that like I was first starting to fish but do things on my own. Like I was just past the age of like having my hook baited for me.
Yeah.
And my dad had always like beat it in my head like fish hooks are dangerous. You don't want to get one. Not dangerous, but you know what I mean. It's easy to hook yourself, and he didn't want me to hook myself. He always told me like if you hook yourself, you're gonna have to go to the hospital, and it's gonna be a big painful thing.
Yeah.
Well, we were at the neighborhood we lived in, and it was called Garden Lakes. It was like a quarter of Rome, Georgia, and there's this big ass lake in the middle of it that you can go fish, and it's got like a walking thing around it. I got the fish hook like stuck in the first layer of my skin, just barely, like it just barely even latched on. I had a full blown come apart, like screaming, squalling, yelling. People are staring, and I'll never forget my dad like freaking out trying to calm me down because he's embarrassed. He finally gets it done. I see this one guy who was walking on the damn walking thing around the place stop and like look and like think that I had lost a finger or something, and then he just keeps walking and realizes I was an idiot.
Yeah.
I saw that guy. Not even a year later, me and my mom were at the Dollar General, and he had his buggy taken away and had this whole big thing because he was trying to use fake checks.
Damn.
Same guy.
Same fella.
Same guy.
Same
2 times
fella.
in my life. Because, I mean, that was
weird.
You saw a lot of the same people around that side of town.
All right, something real weird happened at the Lana Del Rey concert. This weird wave of energy. Like, just watch it.
Oh, shit.
Watch. But like the view from the crowd's wild. Like in the crowd, like people are getting knocked over. It wasn't like people just waving.
It was like dominoes.
Yeah.
That's wild. Have they said what caused it?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Damn. That's wild, dude.
Yeah, watch this. It just like appears.
Oh.
See it? There it comes.
Yeah. Maybe it's maybe the kids are doing that these days. Remember mosh pits and stuff? I mean, there's still a thing. Maybe this
like
is
a
new.
small group is doing this shit. And look, they're still going around over there, though.
That could be a mosh pit, though. Somebody could have bumped into the wrong person, and there could have just been some synchronized shoving.
I guess so. That's some crazy
Maybe.
shit.
I mean, it's wild. It looks wild.
Yeah.
That's just my theory.
Like the scale of it when it's watch this. It's a better view. Like look at this.
Oh, dude.
Look. Like it
Holy
wasn't. That's
shit.
what I'm saying. That's why it was weird. Oh God, it's energy direct. They're saying it's energy weapons.
It did.
It could be.
Could be.
I mean, I
I highly
why would
doubt
you
it.
test it on that?
Yeah, I don't think you test it there.
Oh man, we're
Man,
deep
this
here.
guy. How do you get that from this?
He's opening his mind evidently. I don't know. The brain can't be changed. Oh yes, it can.
So
Says this guy.
you've been back on the flight radar. We didn't touch on that.
Yeah,
enough.
the flight radar.
We
stuff,
need to
man.
we
No,
need to
it's-
open their ears to this.
Yeah, let's do it.
Or eyes if they're watching.
So, do you pay for the premium one?
No, I don't.
So-
Not yet, but I might.
What does the premium one get me? 'Cause
I don't
right
know.
now,
I don't
let's
have a
see.
clue. That's why I don't pay for it yet. I was hoping you'd enlighten me.
I don't know. It's got to do something. Aircraft details, maybe. There's a plane going over me right now, and it is out of Orlando and it's heading to Pittsburgh.
Damn.
Pretty neat. Last night I had a cool one, heading from Chicago all the way to Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, it's an app where your phone shows you where all the planes.
You can go on their website too on your computer.
In the country are at. Yeah, and it's really neat. Yeah. I liked it. It's cool because every time, even helicopter, it works on helicopters. I didn't think that would work.
Yeah,
but it works on helicopters. So
it's awesome. Small planes, big planes, anything.
Speaking of that, dude, I told Allie earlier. I think I've gotten to that point in my life where I'm ready for an RC airplane.
The reason I don't have one is because I know how it would end.
Let's start small. One that we can afford to wreck.
Look them up. How much do they cost?
Let's do it. Pull that up, Jamie.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of these would get the job done.
How high do they go, though?
Well, I don't think you want to go too high. I mean, you're the one that's just saying that I'm sure they'd get up there.
I'm going to crash this son of a bitch, so I at least want it to be big. You know what I mean?
There's an airport, RC plane airport in Taylorsville. Like, we should really get into it. Like, it's actually 7 minutes from here, maybe.
I feel like we'd get kicked out.
No, dude. We'd take that shit serious. We'd get us some air.
I'm not saying we wouldn't. I'm just saying I could very well see it being a bad day to be a spectator if I'm behind the sticks of one of these things. You know what I mean?
How about this one? This is the one I'm thinking.
Hawkswork 2-channel RC airplane. It don't even have an antenna. Dude, that one's going to be like one you could fly in here.
No, dude. It's got that damn thing. It probably gets after it. Let's see what the reviews are. Reviews.
Oh, go back up here to specs real quick. It'll tell us everything.
Hang on.
Right here, under it. Two
Flight
ways.
time about 10 minutes. Remote distance 100 meters.
How many feet is that?
Not
a
lot.
meter stick is bigger than a foot, ain't it?
Yeah. Not a lot.
Yeah. I think we're gonna. But if that's $50-something, we could sink under 200 in and probably get us something pretty good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. I think. But anyway, I've got, as you can see over there, I got my damn drone charging. I thought we might fire it up later.
Yeah.
You know. Why not,
dude?
Let's hear it.
The Hive.
Yeah, that's how.
Why have we not done this?
That's how we penetrate it.
Why have we not done this?
That could be the move, brother.
I think that's what we need to do.
Yeah, I'm starting to get into it, man. I've been watching some videos. I'm starting to keep my eye out on what I need.
My dad and brother are into drones.
I got to get me a good one eventually, but I still got the OG like Phantom 3.
Dude, there's been a lot of drone crashes out of our camp.
Really?
My dad likes to drink and drone.
Oh no.
Yeah. He flew that sumbitch into the side of the house one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
but like my dad knows this guy who fixes them, so and he gets a deal.
That helps.
But like my dad's really bad about saying, like, when he wants to speak to someone's credibility in their craft, he'll say they do it for a living, and then you ask where he met them, and he says work. So it's like I don't know like how good this guy really is with a drone, because he's like he works on drones for a living. I'm like, where'd you meet him? Work. I'm like, well,
you don't work on drones for a living.
I was about to say, so, no, I guess he doesn't do it for a living.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So I definitely think some flight activities are in our near future. We also spoke about some other activities that we would think would be pretty neat to do.
Are we allowed to talk about those?
Well, I think definitely not. I don't think we give out the idea, but we have some content ideas.
Oh, those.
Podcasts. Yeah. No, I'm serious. That'd be kind of fun. We're thinking about going to some funny events and just testing the waters out, seeing how they are, and letting you guys get the experience.
I think it'd be awesome.
We'll see how it goes. I don't know.
Like those high school projects where you had to like watch something or do something and then write about it.
Yeah. There's one other thing that I thought about. Should we get a prison pen pal? Just a guy, or maybe a chick, dude. Maybe you get a prison female pal.
I don't know.
That'd be cool, man.
I will say though,
$10 means a lot in the ward, brother.
Sometimes prison chicks aren't what they seem, you know what I mean? Like,
well, that's okay. You don't have to plan on the future with her.
No. I don't even mean that. Sometimes they're hot. You know, sometimes they're locked up for tax fraud.
Yeah, that's fine. But I mean, I'm just saying, just to talk, get some inside scoops on how prison's going.
Yeah.
For a lady or a fella, we can maybe even get a dude that we
could get, maybe he could sacrifice some of his phone time too. Call in every once in a while from behind the walls.
That'd be cool.
Behind the walls with.
Yeah, and they think it's racing, and then they look at it. It's us talking to inmates.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome. I think we should definitely do that. So yeah, we'll look into getting a prison pen pal very soon. I think that would be that would actually be a very interesting thing that we could get around with. But dude, how'd you feel about the bull ring? You got to go to Wake County.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
Yeah, I figured you'd like that place.
I loved it.
Yeah, I had a good time. It was a cool track. Been there before, but I missed it dearly.
Yeah,
I'll have to go run some races there next year.
I'll be there.
Yeah, that place is badass. Super fun.
Yeah.
You just get in there and drive a damn thing.
Yeah, I'll be there. That if it wasn't so far away, I'd go to weekly show. Like I would attend a lot of races in the stands there. I feel like.
Yeah, it's a cool.
It's just fun to watch.
It really is.
You know, I've been thinking. I got to thinking the other night actually, and that's dangerous when I get to doing that. I was in Georgia, and I was actually watching the flight radar.
Oh wow! What a combo of things there.
Yeah. What gives the airlines the right to fly over my home? Like, should property not go upward? I feel like it should. Because what's stopping me, other than, some like variances and deals with the city? The whole concept of a skyscraper was somebody saying I could buy that little bit of land and just build up and get just as much out of it. Do I have to have a skyscraper to own that far up? Like, what gives them?
Yeah,
why can't I just buy like 10 miles of land?
Your property ends at whatever physical item that you own is as tall.
Well, I'm gonna get me a big ass pole, and I'm
go.
gonna start charging them some bitches to fly over it.
Yeah, it'd have to be a pretty tall pole, brother.
Or just make them go around it.
Yeah. Yeah, you might. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question though.
Like I could make an express lane for the airlines. Really?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't just drive through your yard because it's quicker.
Yeah, no doubt.
And yes, they're not hurting anything when they fly over, but not yet. What if they crash? You know what I mean? Like, if a plane crashes into my house, I'm going to be very upset I wasn't charging them to fly over me.
Yeah. Especially if I'm not in it.
Yeah. yeah. Especially if I'm not home when it happens. Yeah. But really.
Oh, yeah. No, I get it.
Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like that. At what point do you feel like you own the earth, which is probably the most important part?
Nobody says I doesn't own upward, though.
The air is constantly moving, though.
Well, I'm not owning the air. That's like saying I own the wind. I'm just saying, if the wind's blowing in my backyard, I own that wind while it's there.
I don't have an answer for you.
You
could ask. You could. So can I? Here's a good one. I should be able to legally fly whatever I want, whatever plane we get. If that son of a bitch will fly to 50,000 feet, I should be allowed to do that and just hover there if I wanted to. But as long as it's dead straight above my land.
You damn tootin'.
Now we're on to something.
Yeah.
Now we've just flipped the script.
Yeah. I won
because they'd bitch at me if I flew up that high.
Damn right.
If I put up a hot air balloon that went straight up, somebody's gonna get pissed at some point.
Yeah.
Because there is some times where there's planes flying directly over.
I'll be honest. If I was gonna pick a fight, I don't think my mode of transportation would be hot air balloon. Hot air balloon's easy to compromise. You know what I mean?
I was just talking about.
You ain't gonna be swerving.
But what can you get that's gonna fly straight up that's relatively affordable? I mean, nobody can afford a rocket.
That one guy in the desert did. Remember that guy? He was a flat earther. He built a rocket, hauled it out there to the desert.
Right?
Oh, he died like hell because he made it probably 2,000 feet up in the air before the sun bitch shut off and crashed right back down into the earth.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
That you should.
Can we watch that?
Believe it.
Probably shouldn't.
I don't know what it's called, but we could.
I don't know if it'd be good. It might get us flagged, but
true. That is crazy, man.
Yeah,
somebody believed it that much.
And there's nothing stopping me and you from doing just that. There's no law that says me and you can't go up to deer camp and strap me in a rocket.
Build us a space shuttle.
And, like, there's no law that says we can't. So that's what leads me to believe I have just as much right to that land and that air as the airlines do.
As long as it's directly above your property.
Exactly. And not an inch over.
If they can fly over my house and your house, no matter what, I mean, I guess unless they're too low, then it's like cause for concern. But if they can fly over our piece of land upwards, then why can't we fly over their restricted airspaces?
Yeah, how'd they get restricted?
Yeah.
Is there a number I can call and restrict my house?
I don't know, man. Maybe. I don't see why not. Have you ever considered buying land in Scotland?
No.
So you can buy 1 square yard in Scotland, and if you own land in Scotland, you are considered a Lord of Scotland. That is my next quest.
How much does it cost?
It ain't much. A couple $100, I think, at the most.
So I could be Lord Travis.
We could be co-owners and both be lords. And have we own 1 square yard of land in Scotland.
Wow.
Could be neat, man. We should definitely look more into that.
When the Wikipedia gets deleted, yeah.
What are they going to say? I mean, we made it at that
point,
right? I mean, anybody can do it for a couple $100, but I think it's a pretty cool program.
Yeah, that's way cooler than like buying a star or sponsoring a starving kid.
It'd be, one thing about the Scotland thing is I would just like to be able to go there. The problem is you wouldn't be able, 1 square yard, you're going to be walking through other people's yards. And
if we fly there, apparently we're allowed.
We just need a drone that can carry us to Scotland and hover us down directly on top of our 1 square yard, which is, not a lot of land.
Maybe we could rope out of a helicopter.
And plant a mater plant right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Plant us a mater plant and say, from Rome by God, Georgia.
Yeah.
And just hover on back over.
Mm-hmm.
What's stopping a man from building a drone that can carry a dude? I mean, it can't be that much harder than what other people's done, right? Like,
no.
Is it?
I mean, but at that point, you're pretty much a helicopter.
Yeah, but I feel like it's almost, I guess you're right, but I'm talking about more so the controls and the GPS accuracy of them, and like it's like a Tesla helicopter basically, you know, kind of like how the DJI drones are and all that like come back to you and all that good stuff.
Does yours do that? Does yours come back?
It does, yeah. I haven't had to ever really test that where my controller quit or nothing. And the reason that thing is still alive and unused is because I'm so deathly scared to wreck it.
Yeah.
But that fear's worn off enough now, I think.
Well, they've come down in price.
They've came down in price, and that camera is so outdated that it don't really look good to film with anymore.
My dad and brother, like they've both got on. I think my dad's got 2, and I mean, not to say they got a hell of a deal on them, but they definitely like did get like compared to what they used to cost.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay.
I think even mine back in the day was $600 or $700 when it first came out, and that was the lowest grade DJI you could get. I got the standard Phantom DJI, so it's not even. I think it's like, I don't even think it's 4K.
So the flight radar thing.
Yeah.
Are you a police scanner guy?
Not yet.
You need to be.
I'm thinking about getting into it.
It's awesome. It's awesome. So it's really good in Rome because there's all sorts of shit going down. Last time I was down there, this guy got his ass whooped for mowing at 2 a.m. Like, they called in at first a home break-in. This guy got beat up. Well, then they call in a little bit later, like, actually, he was mowing his yard, and 6 or 7 people ran up on him, pulled him off a mower, beat the hell out of him, and then left.
Hate to hear that.
And I think it was because they were angry neighbors, because he was mowing at 2 a.m.
Fair.
It was Sunday morning, so like people had church.
No, I did it. That deserves an ass whooping.
Yeah, if my neighbor was mowing at 2 a.m. while I'm trying to sleep,
you're whooping his ass.
I'd go out there and yank a knot in his ass.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'd imagine to say I'd be pretty pissed off if I heard my neighbor mowing at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
But all things considered, he's had to deal with some noise problems here a couple of times. So
maybe let it slide.
I'd let a few mowing sessions slide. I got good neighbors, luckily. Most of them party as well, so it ain't really too surprising if we have a little bit of loud music playing around 1 or 2 a.m. But I have became a big fan of the flight radar life, and I think it's something I'm gonna be hooked on for a while. I do enjoy knowing where the planes are going.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, even when I'm in an airport area where there's a lot of planes, it's still nice to know where they're going.
Yeah.
You know, you can tell nobody else around you knows. Hey, plane right there.
Yeah.
Headed to Chicago.
Yeah.
O'Hare Airport.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. How'd you know that? Well, I got this Flight Radar app. It's pretty cool little deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's neat, man. I think I ought to. I think that's my new way of life. You know. You know, we thought you might have trenched my yard earlier.
Yeah.
But
I was nervous, man.
You missed it, luckily. But I did not. And this was actually a while back. I was going to Ace Speedway to race, so I guess it was race day morning, and no, it was practice day morning. But anyway, irrelevant. It was rainy that morning, and
Do you stay here when you race at Ace?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was rainy that morning, about a 2-hour drive,
yeah.
2.5 hour drive, I think, something like that. A little over 2 hours, something like that. It was rainy that morning, so the grass was soft. And anyway, I went to the race shop, which is next door, and came back by my house and realized that I forgot something. So I was on the main road and kind of just pulled off to the side in the grass. And dude, as soon as I did it and just barely tapped on the brakes, it just started. It just locked up and slid like a good 6 to 8 feet.
Yeah.
I mean, I was going slow, because I knew it was wet,
yeah.
but I was on a flat surface and didn't think it'd matter. My yard is like sloped down, but it has a shelf.
In my head, I thought I had done that, and I didn't even I didn't even get in your grass. It just I felt a little transition.
No, I'm telling you, dude, it got it good. So anyway, I went and practiced at Ace, but when I got home that evening, I seen the damage. It looked pretty bad. I didn't even so I did it. I knew it happened. I was immediately nervous about Mom's SUV that I was driving. Not SUV, like a crossover. It's a little like front wheel drive.
The one that knocked the hell out of my truck.
Yeah, that one. I was driving it and got the left front tire super, super muddy, and just shook it off as I was going down through the hill. But I didn't even really look back at it. It's one of those situations where I don't even want to see the damage. I mean, but I couldn't. But I was nervous. I was going to get stuck.
Yeah.
Honestly, because I was like, God, if it's that soft, dude, I was barely going. But I didn't end up getting stuck, thank God. But anyway, when I got home, I got the rake out. I raked the.
I thought I'd be doing that after the podcast. I thought I'd be up there raking.
I got the rake out and raked over all the moved earth and patted it down, and then I went and bought some grass seed the next day and poured some grass seed on it and patted it and beat the hell out of it with a rake, so I'd kind of aerate it a little bit.
Yeah.
And the grass is coming back pretty healthy.
That's good.
It looks pretty good.
Sometimes you end up better.
Yeah. I got a lot of grass flavor. I got a very diverse yard.
Yeah, you do.
I do. There's just a lot of different plants and weeds and weird shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
I really need to try to get to mow tomorrow. After I get done working tomorrow, I'm going to hope. It probably won't happen, but I'm going to hope I can sneak in a quick high mow, just to knock it down a little bit. That way it ain't too bad when I get back.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens. I have became a fan of mowing.
Yeah.
I'm a big mower.
Yeah.
I haven't invested in my own equipment. I use Dad's. Again, we're neighbors, so it's kind of easy to do that, but he's got a pretty good John Deere mower, big Deere guy. I like the John Deere
Zero
stuff.
turn or
no
steering
just
wheel?
old school.
Okay.
Big old Bertha, big girl.
Yeah.
Little heavy, but just the job done. Haven't had any issues out of her.
That's good.
But I've taken pretty good care. But it works like a charm, man. And but when my yard gets too high, it struggles down there on the bank. So I'm a little worried about getting too high.
Sliding in a mower is not fun.
Yeah, I'm going to the beach this weekend, so it's going to grow on me for a few days. But, you'll have that, I guess. It'll be worth it. Beach trip coming up means I'm going to consume a lot of alcohol for the next few days, and I tweeted about that earlier. I'm a big fan of listening to loud music and playing, I don't know, a playlist that's pretty diverse. I would say my beach playlist is pretty diverse. I'll literally go from country, like 90s country, to reggae, to modern country, to like alternative. I'm all over the place on the beach, Jay. And
that's good.
Yeah, looking forward to that. I'm a big DJ. I'm a fan of being the DJ. I like holding the aux cord, and there's no better place to do it than at the beach. So I'm looking forward to that, and probably a good handful of vodka drinks. And gonna try to stay off the beer and the fattening drinks. I'm gonna try to stick to the vodka soda waters just to level my plate. But there is one place that's beer only, but it's worth it. I'm definitely going beer there. Yeah.
I wish I liked beer.
Well, they got seltzers and teas and stuff too, but it's a great little spot.
Yeah. I think I'm going to Myrtle here a few weeks for a couple
we're
days.
actually going to a different beach. We're going to Carolina Beach.
Oh, really?
We've been there a couple of times, and the place we're going to is pretty damn badass.
Okay.
The area we're going to, so
that's cool.
Excited for that. Ocean Lakes is coming up for you, right?
I may go, I may not. I don't know.
You're still on the fence about it.
Yeah. Once I found out that they enforce laws, I was kind of turned off.
So nachos, man, how'd you feel about the nachos?
Loved them. I know we say it every time, but that's pretty high up there. The cheeseburger quesadillas were really good.
Yeah. Tonight was more of a snack. I mean, most of the time we'd fit more of a meal, but
yeah. But I'll probably have me some more after the show.
Yeah, no, I could stand a couple more.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Tell them how you did it.
It was really pretty simple. We took 2 pounds of ground beef and 80-20, very important, and basically just made like taco meat is all we did. Spicy taco meat, poured it all over a bunch of chips on the Blackstone, then put a bunch of cheese, then we put jalapenos and some spicy taco sauce, and all. So basically they were like taco nachos. It was really good. Basically kind of tasted like you were eating tacos, if you come to think of it, but they were very good.
We made mashed tacos.
We basically made, we basically made mashed tacos. Anyway, it was real good.
It was damn good.
I would say it's definitely something we will make at some point, and that's for sure. The nachos are good.
I almost think next time we should try pizza.
Pizza? Yeah, pizza was pretty good the last time me and Allie made it. That'd be a good one.
Oh, I didn't know y'all had done it.
Well, we've done it a couple times. I feel good about the recipe now. So,
okay, yeah. I'd like to try that.
Yeah.
No, that's really good.
Yeah, it'll be good.
We were talking about sour cream or not sour cream.
Uh-huh.
And it got me thinking, and I want our listeners and viewers to help us out with this. Me and him were thinking, what if me and him got into a physical altercation over whether we wanted sour cream or not on the nachos, and that was just the end of the podcast? It got me to thinking, surely to God, there's been a podcast out there that was not well known, just two average dudes with not really anything interesting going on, who decided, hey man, let's make a podcast, and very quickly into the series, something was said on the podcast that they stood up, they came to blows, they were broke up, and then that was the end of the podcast. Surely to God, that's happened somewhere. Somebody's got to know somebody that's happened to.
Yeah, for sure. So. I'd love to see that.
Yeah,
there's a lot of those famous people podcasts are very close to. They're very close to some disasters. Most of it's probably fake.
The no jumper, dude getting the shit beat out of him in the chair. He didn't even try to fight back.
I know.
He got the shit beat out of him.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. That show and guy, that's unbelievable stuff. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Did you see the Dale Tanhart reel where he had Adam 22's wife?
Yeah. I think so. He's the one that wears the bubble goggles.
Yeah, and he's back there with the steering wheel.
Yeah, that shit's funny as fuck. Yeah, I feel like everybody those man, I just couldn't imagine. I just gotta move on before I go on a rant. Anyway,
only a few people are gonna know it.
The whole we're odd fellas.
Yeah, just people beating the shit out of each other while doing their podcast. A friendship being ruined over a stupid argument on a podcast. I just think it'd be hilarious.
Yeah. So birdhouse building, how's it been going?
I haven't had a lot of time here lately to do it. I've been kind of a busy guy.
Yeah.
But the newest attempt, we made a bird trailer. We're gonna make a bird apartment.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
2 floors.
Like an assisted living home, or
no.
Okay.
No.
Just simple apartments.
I mean, maybe government assisted.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Just gotta you know, a little bit of a beige shade to the white. You know, just it ain't very clean, but it looks okay.
It's gonna be 2 floors. My mom's really big on Hobby Lobby, and this is gonna sound like really girly or lame, but she got me like the small like decorations. It's probably for doll houses really, but she was like, oh, if you're gonna make like multiple bird houses, they should each like have a theme. So I've got like all sorts of random things now I can stick on there and make them look kind of interesting.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll see.
Yeah, you need to build a bird mansion, dude.
Maybe.
That'd be cool.
I'm ready to get started on the bar.
Yeah, the bar we're getting close to being able to do some stuff. That's for sure. About that time of year.
Yeah.
The weather's starting to cool down. We got a hurricane blowing through right now. We are far away from the coast, so we're not that close to it, but there is one coming through. Well,
it's gonna rain like hell here, ain't it?
It's gonna rain like hell until like lunch tomorrow, I think.
Damn, it already made landfall?
Yeah, that damn thing moved through pretty quick. I don't think it hit as hard as they thought it was going to.
Oh, really?
Because like a guy I know is the lineman, he was supposed to be gone, and he was supposed to be down there right now, but he came home, so I guess it ain't as bad as they thought or something.
Damn.
Hopefully that's what it means.
Well, the news always hypes it up for ratings.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't seem like it ended up that bad because they thought it was going to be just torrential downpour here for like the next 6 days, but it's supposed to be sunny on Friday.
Damn, hell.
Yeah, so we're in good shape. So we was eating lunch the other day before we went and put some decals on, and we sat close to the register, and a customer walked in to, I guess, drop off an application or up
there was a clarification.
She's coming to give a clarification on the application.
Yeah.
And she came and she said, "Hey, I put $12 an hour on that thing, but I meant to put, but it's negotiable." And I was like, "Man, that's a tough way to start off an interview."
Yeah.
You know, but it got
and
worse.
it wasn't even an interview because the person very quickly told her, you know, I don't handle that.
Yeah.
I don't know when that person's
like
going to
just a
be
waitress
here.
or something.
Yeah. And she didn't know what she was getting into. This poor girl had to sit there and really have a conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, she said something along the lines that she had some kind of issue where she could only work 2 to 4 hours at a time.
Yeah, and when she found out what a shift was, she went from 2 to 4. She started out at 2. She's like, "Oh, I can do 6 to 8."
Yeah, I can work 6 to 8.
6 to 8, and they're like, "Well, typically, you know, that shift would be 2 to 8 or maybe 4 to 8." And I think she was like, "Well, I could probably do 4 to 8." And then she said, "Sometimes my legs just give out." And then she started showing scars and stuff. It was bad. And then as I left, I passed her in the parking lot, and it was a beat up minivan, cigarette hanging out of her mouth, and she looked like she thought she had killed that interview.
Praise the Lord.
I personally, I don't know how the strategy of going in there in your job interview being, I may not be worth what I said, and here's why I can't work.
Also, price negotiable.
Yeah, like that's a bold strategy.
Yeah,
that's a bold strategy.
But you'll have that, you know. At least she's trying to get her job.
Yeah.
Well, all props to her, but golly, she's got to work on her damn interview strategy. Watch one YouTube video, and her whole life would be changed.
She did, dude. Oh my God, that reminded me. There's this guy on YouTube. His name's what's his name? It's like something Flanagan or something weird. It's this. He's a big old fella.
Okay.
And a lot of his YouTube stuff was him applying for jobs. But he never got hired because, like, he would secretly film job interviews and, like, give, like, at one point, this is going to sound really bad, but, like, I'm a fat son of a bitch, so this is kind of friendly fire. I can say this. He was interviewed at Subway. Mm-hmm. And at one point, they were like, yeah, we promote a healthy lifestyle. Is there anything that could limit you from doing, like, some of these activities? And he was like, none that I can think of. Anyway, all of his videos are about him bitching about not getting a job, or him arguing with his neighbors in his apartment complex. Like, he will just, like, at one point, he's like, "Oh, go to hell, you son of a bitch." Like, all this, and he's videoing it. He'll just upload it. And then sometimes he'll just make these videos of him, like, sitting at his computer ranting. And they start off with, his logo and the national anthem plays every day. It's
damn.
It's.
Do you remember Shoe Nice?
Mm-mm.
He would like chug shit. He would chug like a whole bottle of vodka.
Oh, I've seen him do the whole bottle of Jack Daniels.
He's got some blatantly blue eyes and wears a blue hat every video.
Yeah, I've seen that guy.
Yeah. Well, I wonder what he's up to these days. Reckon he's still around?
Probably nothing good.
Shoot, because he would just take a bottle of he would take a half gallon of Tito's to the head.
Yeah, I've seen him do it with Jack.
Yeah, done it all. That's a crazy fella.
I couldn't do that. The hot sauce and stuff, like that's crazy. But doing that with alcohol, man, like that's insane to me.
I feel like I'd have a better chance doing hot sauce.
Oh, absolutely.
Alcohol. It'd be miserable.
It would, no doubt.
But I mean, imagine, like, dude. I mean, maybe he just has a crazy ability to just throw up on command. He probably does the video and just absolutely gets rid of everything.
Yeah.
But it still ain't good for you.
No.
Ain't no way.
Hell no.
It's still getting in you.
And you'd still feel like shit.
Yeah, for sure. But you know, to each their own, man. Some people can do it. Some people can't do it. Well, I guess this is kind of a shorter episode than usual, but I mean,
we got to the point.
We got a lot of stuff covered, and we gotta save some content for the next one.
Yeah, we'll be back. You're not on Hell Tour anymore. So
I'm not on Hell Tour, so we will be back next week, and then we will probably be back the week after that, definitely. Because then we'll have like 3 weeks in a row off, so that'll be nice. Much needed.
Maybe some golf.
A little bit of golf here and there. Maybe some rodeo, something like that.
Yeah.
We'll check into it. We'll see what's up. I mean, who knows?
I'm all about it.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you guys listening and watching. If you are on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Or if you are listening on the podcast, rate us because, like we say, it definitely does something. We don't know what it does, but it does something.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody rated us on Apple podcast and said we were just like some other podcast.
Damn, they caught us.
And I was like, what the hell? Who podcasted? I don't even know who that is.
Oh, I don't know.
Like, it was something random. I don't even think it existed. Like, I looked it up to see if there was any truth to the
I'm
matter.
going to go look this up. Let me see.
But anyway, you can go to hell. The rest of you, we love you. We'll see you soon.